San Francisco's Union Square is all decked out, the holiday transformation downtown to bring shoppers back.
We want to convey that Union Square is open for business, a safe, welcoming environment.
We continue to process ballots, so we have a lot of people, all hands are on deck.
Still a lot of ballots left to count, but tonight gaps are growing in some of the Bay Area's most closely watched races. And more than 10,000 jobs cut at Facebook parent Meta as big tech enters uncharted territory.
You're watching CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
Good evening. We are still weeks away from Thanksgiving, but San Francisco Union Square is already getting into the holiday spirit in hopes of revitalizing an area that's had a tough few years.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes!
There you go. Holiday season kicking off. The giant Macy's Christmas tree officially lit up about 15 minutes ago, signaling the beginning of the holiday shopping season. Now, the goal is to attract a lot of shoppers and not problems like last year. And you may remember these images of thieves smashing windows and emptying out a Louis Vuitton store last Black Friday. And that wasn't the only business hit. This year, there is extra emphasis on security.
It's a safe, welcoming environment. Nothing to worry about. Just come down here and enjoy yourself. You're going to see people who are here to welcome you, to help you. And we learned there are ambassadors stationed around Union Square who can help visitors with directions and even recommendations for restaurants. There's also a visible police presence out there. Now, crime was top of mind for many San Francisco voters when they cast their ballots in the district attorney's race. And tonight, interim DA Brooke Jenkins is 12 points ahead of her closest competitor in her bid to keep the office. The mayor appointed her over the summer. And while nothing's official just yet, KPIX 5's Lauren Toms was there as the two took a victory lap.
So this one is a place that's nice to buy jewelry.
Mayor London Breed and her appointed district attorney Brooke Jenkins took a victory lap in Chinatown after Jenkins pulled a sizable lead in the race to hold on to her office.
These are my celebratory bracelets.
Their presence marks a significant moment for Wendy Lee, who has worked at the Jingying gift shop for almost 11 years. She says the area under Jenkins has become more safe and hopes her extended role as DA will bring increased security to the neighborhood she loves.
We'll be more safe right now, yeah. We hope the people wear the J bring good luck and good health for them.
Jenkins has made it a public priority to prosecute perpetrators of hate crimes, particularly crimes against the Asian community, something Lee says she has been victim of.
I hope will be changed a little bit, Chinatown, more police to come in to walk around, will be help the people more safe.
I'm going to continue to do the work of being out in the community to make sure that I understand what the challenges are in each respective neighborhood, talking to the business owners to understand whether or not we're seeing progress with respect to theft and burglaries of their businesses, so that, again, we're making sure that we're putting our resources in the right place.
At the gift shop, Lee says she loves San Francisco and hopes to see it get safer under the leadership of Jenkins. Lee recommended Obsidian for Jenkins and Breed to boost protections for her shop and her community.
You know, it's rough out there, so got to make sure I'm protected.
But later on, I hope will be more police to Chinatown will be more safer. Not even our store, the communicate, yeah, the whole the Chinatown and then like our city.
That was Lauren Toms reporting. Now, on the other side of the bay, the Alameda County DA's race is still a toss-up. Chief Assistant DA Terry Wiley is about 4 points ahead of civil rights attorney Pamela Price. And they are still processing ballots in Santa Clara County, where the Registrar of Voters says turnout was between 55 and 65%. Now, election officials say ballots received in the mail through November 17th are still valid. They just have to be postmarked by yesterday. And in Santa Clara County, they anticipate having most of the ballots counted by next week. And some of those ballots will eventually decide the hotly contested mayor's race in San Jose. In fact, here are some new numbers showing City Councilman Matt Mahan widening the lead over County Supervisor Cindy Chavez there. At nearly 24 hours after the polls closed, the Oakland mayor's race also still undecided tonight after 9 rounds of ranked choice voting. Lauren Taylor is leading his fellow city members, council members. You can see there 53.3% to Shane Tao, 46.7% of the vote. But get this, there are still a lot of ballots out there that need to be counted, and a new round of results is expected to drop tomorrow. So we'll continue to closely follow all of these election results as they come in, and you can certainly find updates right here on KPIX 5, CBS News Bay Area, and at kpix.com. All right, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg took the blame today as he took the axe to 13% of his global workforce. And he cited sliding ad revenue for the decision to slash 11,000 jobs across Facebook's parent company. And while it's still really unclear how many of those jobs are local, Meta's major job hubs are right here in the Bay Area, with its headquarters in Menlo Park, as well as offices in Sunnyvale, Fremont, and San Francisco. And part of the problem, Meta hired aggressively during the pandemic, as we all relied on tech and social media and more for connection. Now, we spoke with a communications professor from CSU East Bay who told us there's potential for this to really hurt smaller companies that rely on Facebook advertising.
We're not sure what effect that's going to ultimately have on the services that Facebook's able to offer. But over time, that is going to work itself out, and all the companies then that are affected will have to deal with it in turn.
Well, investors did approve of Meta's plan to cut costs. In fact, Meta shares closed up 5% on this news. But overall this year, Meta's stock has lost more than 71% of its value. And get this, it's not just Facebook. San Francisco-based Salesforce is also cutting jobs, though on a smaller scale. The company laying off fewer than 1,000 workers on Monday. Back in August, Salesforce said it had increased its workforce 36% over the past year, but now demand for its software is lighter than expected in some industries. All right, let's get to some other stories we're following around the Bay Area. El Cerrito's police chief is holding a meeting at City Hall right now to pitch installing license plate readers at 8 intersections around town. Now, he says the plan would help fight property crime, but critics have privacy concerns on that matter. And 2 people in Oakland, they are recovering tonight after being shot near 30th and Brook Streets. It happened just after 3 this afternoon. Police say 1 victim is in stable condition. No word yet on how the other person is doing or a motive for the shooting. Also, a new development to tell you about related to the man charged with attacking the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. A federal grand jury issuing an indictment charging David DePape with assault and attempted kidnapping. And this comes after the Richmond man pleaded last week not guilty to state charges. The indictment supersedes a federal criminal complaint that initially had been filed.